friends, for those who don't know me, my name is Miss Jordan and I am the Youth Education Coordinator at MOA. Thank you so much for joining us for another week of Mini Masters at Home. This is part 2 of week 11. Hopefully you already watched part 1. The video is on our website, wisconsinart.org. We had an art discussion about MOA's newest art installation by Jennifer Angus, as well as we read the story, Pipsy, Nature Detective, The Case of the Disappearing Caterpillar. In keeping with a theme of bugs and insects today, we are going to create our own handprint insects. I'm choosing to make a handprint butterfly, but you guys can get more creative and choose what you'd like to make. Before we go through our step-by-step directions, on our website, there will be a PDF file with all of the supplies needed for today's project. It'll look like this. Okay, so first on our list is paper. I'm going to be using 8.5 by 11 colored paper. I'm using 2 different sheets, but you guys can choose what kind of paper you want to use. That might be construction paper, that might just be white printing paper. Whatever you have laying around, you will be able to make that work. Second on our list is a cardboard tube, such as an empty toilet paper roll or an empty paper towel roll. I'm going to be using a paper towel roll because my butterfly will be a little bit larger. If you don't have a tube, you can always make something work by cutting out paper and just using it as the center of your insect. We'll need glue, scissors, and then coloring supplies, whichever you have laying around. Today I will be using the washi tape and markers, but you can use whatever. So now that we have our supplies figured out, let's go on to our step-by-step directions and create our handprint insect. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our 8.5 by 11 paper and figure out what colors we want to use, or if we have white paper, we can use that as well. And we're going to lay them out, and then we're going to fold them in half hamburger style. So once I do it to the first one, I'm going to do it to the second one as well. The key of having the folded paper is making sure that your hand can fit onto the paper. If your hand is bigger than the paper, you might want to see if you can find something else. So I laid my hand on and it just barely fits, but it will work. So once I have my hand on there, I'm going to trace it. And I'm going to do this for both types of paper. So I traced one, and then I traced the second. So it'll look like this. As you can see, I did them a little different. This one you can see most of my fingers, and this one it's a little bit more of a blob shape. I did this to experiment what it would look like. If you want to see all your fingers on both of them, go for it. Have fun experimenting and creating. Once I have my hands traced, I'm going to cut them out. So I will have 4 hands total. I'll have 2 of the dark blue and 2 of the light blue. Once you have your hands cut out, it will be time to decorate. So I have my cardboard tube and I have my hands, and I can decorate them in any way you want. I found some fun gold washi tape that I'm going to put on my cardboard tube, and then I'm going to draw lines on my hands so it'll look a little bit more like wings. Again, have fun creating and decorating however you choose to do so. Okay, so now that I have my hands decorated and I have my body of my butterfly decorated as well, that cardboard tube, I am good to go with starting to glue them together so that all of my wings are connected. I'm going to start with the dark blue hands first because they will be my top set of wings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom of one hand and press them together so that I have my top wings secured. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the bottom one. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on one side and I'm going to press down to make sure that I have my bottom secured as well. The next part is to figure out where exactly I want to lay my wings and where they connect. So I laid them out and tried figuring out where would be a good spot to connect with them. I purposely left a little hole in there because I liked how it looked with the spacing of the hands. The cardboard tube will be covering up that hole so it won't be an issue. So once you have that figured out, I want you guys to connect your 2 sets of hands together. So I just put a little bit of glue on the bottom of the light blue hands and then secured them. The next part is to put your paper towel roll onto your wings. Now that they're all secured together, you just need a little bit of glue in the middle so you can secure it. Liquid glue works really, really great. I use hot glue because I didn't have any liquid glue on hand. And glue sticks also work well. It just takes a little bit more pressure for it to dry. So when you are done, it will look like this. So I have my make-believe awesome handprint butterfly. And just so you guys can see what it looks like up close, here it is. Okay, so here it is up close. You can see that everything is secured together. Again, this isn't modeled after any type of butterfly in particular. I just thought it was really fun and bright and colorful, and it made me excited to experiment. So if you guys don't want to make a butterfly, you guys are welcome to make dragonflies, maybe a bumblebee, a ladybug. You can have fun using a long tube or a short tube, whichever type of insect is inspiring to you, feel free to make that one. In addition, on the PDF file with all the supplies is my email address. So if anyone has questions or just wants to share their photos, feel free to send them my way. I love seeing what you guys come up with. It's always super creative and great. In addition, I do want to point out that even though MOA is opening on July 8th, we will continue to do mini masters at home through the end of this summer. So make sure you're checking out MOA's videos the first and third Tuesday of every month. Thank you so much for all of you who have continued joining me on this virtual mini masters journey. It's been so great to have you and a great way that we can stay in touch. In the meantime, happy creating.